I'm Nathan with RatherBeBoardGaming. I'm back here. I'm going to finish up my Fortune and Glory painting. The cards are probably the best reference. Here is a nice picture of the minions, and you can see it looks very similar to what I did. I changed the inside to gold there, and I did their hands in like a crimson glove just to make it easier. But there you go. Then we have this guy's one of the bosses, and here he is again. Can't really see the bottom, so I'm just going to assume it's similar. It's going to be black with a few touches of white and the crimson. And then we have the leader who has like a gold mask, and he's not wearing gloves. And then we have her, and she looks really pale. So we'll try to get that going. I talked in the last video maybe about adding a little red, but these figures, their base is red, so I'm just gonna leave it like that, and it should come out with a nice color, and that way it'll look more similar to the minions, and I like the color. So, all right, let's get started. Okay, first off, never saw a picture of what he was holding, so I'm just going to make it like it's a skull or some kind of orb. And I went ahead and did his skin with the flesh tone I had left over, and I did his as well. And I got the gloves and the cuffs, and then I added a little white to her to get it just a little lighter skin tone, if you can tell, to try and make her look pale like she did in the picture. But I have a concern. I didn't get her as pale as I would have liked, but this is the concern I have. His model, okay, it has something sticking off here, so that's gonna, I guess, be the bottom of the goblet. But then, are those supposed to be his fingers sticking up over the goblet? What is that? That hand is way too long. So I'm going to make that some sort of ornament design. And I'm only going to, if you see the part that's white, I'm going to let that be the glove that's holding the goblet. Then the bottom part that's sticking out down here, I will come back and color that with some pale blue or something, and do the inside of the goblet. And then this, I'm going to do some kind of weird dark green, black, or something like that to make it look like tentacles or something. Okay, his face is a little messed up, but it's not bad. I just put it on kind of thick and spread it around and got it into the hair because it'll be easier to paint over than doing the light on top of the dark. So that's just where I've started. We'll be back in a minute to see what's going on. Oh, and hers is so technical. That's one reason I wanted to go ahead and, while I did this, get up under the shawl that is wrapped around her arm, over to her back, up under that arm. I mean, just everywhere up there, there's a gap almost as skin. And there's a few places where I'm going to have to do a little bit more. All right, we'll be back in a little bit. Okay, let's take a look. Did a basic black on everything, the bracelets, and I'm going to put a little tiara on her, and then her cane will be gold, and then everything else will be a bluish color, and then I'll try to get some eyes and lipstick on her. She'll be done. We're painting him just like the minions yesterday, except I'm going to the figure doesn't match the picture. The hood, you can see it down on his back. So I'm going to do the top of his head black, and then I'm going to bring the gold mask all the way around. So I don't want the dome of his head black. And then we'll do the crimson on and with the gold trim, so the mask will be gold. And then same with him. I've done the black bits, and I did part of the goblet little tentacle things black, and then I'm going to touch them up with some crimson like over top. All right. So these are going rather quickly if I can get it on camera well and show you. It's looking pretty good. I have not started on the mask yet. Let me see if I can get that to focus a little better. There we go. The crimson color I have, you have to rub it, let it dry, and then rub it again and really get a good coat on it. And when you do the wash, it'll help cover up that red a little better and mask it. He's almost done. We're going to be doing the mask, the same color as the gold trim, and the base, got a little surprise for you on those. Here is her. She has on some, I gave her some blue eye or blue eyeshadow or whatever, like the picture, and I made the bracelets and the tiara blue to give her a little color. And her cane will be gold, the same as the main guy's mask. And I'm going to try and avoid too much of a wash on her skin, but everything else will get a wash. I want her to be pale and sickly looking, kind of like in her picture. And then this guy's looking really good. And as you can see, a little bit of red wants to bleed through underneath my crimson. So just touch it up as you go. I did a little dry coat kind of crimson on those tentacle-like things I made on the cup, on the goblet. Then I've got the goblet blue, and I will try to do a little bit of a wash on that without doing too much on his cuffs. I want to keep the white if I can. And I put the cane black, and then the top of the cane the same blue. So touch up his coat a little bit, especially there in the armpit area. You can see red wanting to bleed through there. So get a little bit and thin it through there. But overall, I'm really happy with the way it's looking. His eyes turned out pretty good, not bad. So work on his cape, let that dry, and then come back and hopefully finish him up and get the gold going on the other guy. All right, I tried a silver wash on the mask, and it wouldn't do right. It was getting runny, and it was wanting to just pull off the color, so I just avoided it. Didn't do a wash on it at all. It'll be a little bright like in the picture, and there's a little bit too much wash there. I had to get some of that off. So may have to, hopefully won't have to repaint that. We'll see. Yeah, that looks better. That looks better. So that's been washed. This one turned out excellent. I tried to not get any wash on any of the white part, just to keep it really, really bright, but did a light wash on the rest of it. So he looks really well, and she turned out not too bad. And the wash, since she's just all black, it just didn't show up that great. I thought about doing some crimson on her dress, but I mean, it's got some ribbons and stuff in the back, but I decided to just leave her all black like that, as she was in the picture. Did a light wash on the cane, light wash on all her jewelry, and the dagger. And then I always try to do the bases in some sort of signature for the faction. And so with this one, I decided I have some of this paint left over, so why not come in here and going to do the bases in that crimson-y purple color. All right. Be back later and see how it looks. Let these set and then do the 3 coats of clear enamel or clear coat. All right, so I got them done, and they are a little more purpley than I would have liked. I would have liked it to be a little more red, but it's not bad. It looks good. I'm happy with the way they turned out. I'll get some photos for you guys, and now I'll be done with Fortune and Glory, and probably be done with painting for a while. But let's get some pictures. Thanks for watching, guys, and hope you enjoyed it.